Hello, YouTube. Um, Welcome to another video. My name is Luis Aguilera Garcia, and for those of you that have been following my videos, I apologize for not posting. I've just been uh, going through a series of challenges and mm, growing opportunities that have just propelled me forward, and I have gone through the biggest transformation ever. So I just had a pull to talk to you all today, and I feel like Spirit is pulling me more and more every day to just be of service to others. And it's just been such a humbling experience, and I'm so grateful and so deeply, deeply, deeply just in love with the way that my life is turning out. Everything is just falling into place, and the only thing I've been focusing on is just maintaining my calmness, my peace, focusing on what I want, visualizing the end result, and feeling as if I already have the life that I want. And it's been working out pretty great. um, I am at the end of my first full sprint that I've had with the company that I'm interning at as a remote software engineer. And it's been nothing but just great. It's been very challenging, of course, but I expected the challenge. I knew that it was going to get a little pressurized, but I've been ready for it. And as long as you stay ready for things, you're always going to do great. Um, the main reason for this video is just to remind you all to stay calm. It's the nature of software engineering it can get to you in a hot second. 1 second. It just takes 1 second to just give it all up and just say, you know what, this isn't for me. But if you are in this um in this career path, I truly believe that it's because there's something inside of you that can do it. And there's something inside of you that has already experienced being a software engineer. And that's the thing that's pulling you, and it's guiding you, and it's helping you, and it's just incredible how it all works. And all you have to do is focus on what you want. And the biggest advice is that if you know what you are working towards, or you see what you're building, as long as you have the end result in mind. And it's pretty easy with software because all you have to visualize is what's going to be on the screen. And it's usually that's what we're working with, is the things that are on the screen, either changing them up, building them, tweaking them, or changing some aspect of either the front end, which is what you see, or the back end, which is what's happening with the data that you're sending back to the database. Um, so if you are either a student right now in software, or you're interning, or you're just curious about it, and you're practicing some things, here's what I have done that has worked tremendously, tremendously. You just focus on, you usually have an image, either for work or for school. They'll give you a picture of what you're trying to achieve. And then they'll give you the set of instructions with what it is that you should be doing, what the input should be, and what the outputs are going to be like, right? And you usually have a specific output, and it has to match that output. And your goal as a software engineer is just to figure out how how to make it work, and how to move data around, how to move information around to be able to get this specific output. Well, if you focus on the output, if you focus on, um, let's say you're building a form, and that form is a specific way, or you're building a hero section and it's a specific way, before you even start, take a minute, close your eyes, and pretend for maybe 5 minutes, at least 2 minutes. Pretend that you just finished it. You got it, and it's working, and it's giving you the right output, and the form looks exactly like it should. The hero section looks exactly like it should, and you just did it. How would that feel? So for me, when I was starting this out, there was a specific feeling that I felt, and it was like a like when you just know, and it jumps up and then it comes back down. It's like, let's say you're starting out and you're figuring out how to build your first divs, right? And your first sections and your first tags, and you realize that you didn't close one and you are thinking about it somewhere else, but you're not on the computer and you're like, oh, I know what I did wrong. And you just can't wait to get on the computer because you know that as soon as you change, you add the closing tag or you fix the syntax, it's going to work. So that feeling of like, oh, I just know this is going to work, that's the feeling you need to start feeling. And it's all about tricking your mind, right? You've all heard this before, that the mind can't distinguish between what's real and what's not real. So what we're trying to do here is we're trying to trick it to believe that we solved it, that we did it. And I promise you, it happens like magic. At first I would just sit there like, what is going on? Because I don't even know what I'm typing or where it came from. And I would find the right article online or find the right video, and it would just guide me and the solution would come. And it was just so effortless and so easy. But you have to remind yourself that you have that power within you. And all you have to do is have the intention of getting something, or the intention of achieving something, or the intention of getting to a certain spot. And it's that intention that will start activating all these forces within you, around you. And it's just like, here you go. Um, so I recently was doing this past week, last week, every day. I do this every day, every day. That's why I love my job. I love building software. I love it. It's, for me, it's the feeling that comes when you just solved it and you're done and you can just push the code and it works out, and it's what um the your professors or coworkers or whatever was expecting. And it just works. So that feeling is, it's why I'm doing this, why I can see myself building software for the rest of my life, why I want to actually invest in this business, start my own business, be able to help people, because it's so intimidating, right? When you don't know what's going on behind the screens. And once you do start realizing what's going on and you do start to see things in a different way, use your power. I'm here to remind you that you are powerful, that whatever you focus on is what you're going to start energizing, to remind you that as long as you take a minute and a moment to take a step back and to say, these are my intentions, this is what I want to achieve, and remind yourself that you have it in you to do it, that you will become unstoppable. You will be able to achieve anything you set your mind to. And with software, that's the key, is to become unstoppable. And I realized that the moment that I said to myself, I'm only time away from the solution. And if you incorporate that mentality, and you, because think about it, if you're studying software, you've probably already gone through the process of breaking things and trying everything you can, and then finally it works. So with that, you can already start proving to yourself, look, I already did it. Even if you just did one task or one lab or whatever, and you came to the solution, that's proof enough that you can come to the solutions. It just took time, right? And what did you do in between that time? You tried everything. And that's where we all start out. We try everything, and that's the nature of this work. It's not going to change. It's going to be the same. You're going to get a task and you're going to try everything until it works. So with that being said, think about it. So if I, as long as I try everything, sooner or later, I'm going to get to the solution, right? Yeah. So if you incorporate that mentality and you're like, I'm only time away from the solution. I just have to focus on what I want. I have to have the intentionality that I'm going to get there, and I have to feel like if it's already done. The faster that you feel like it's done, you're like, okay, I already finished this. But it requires you to become a whole new person, right? We're not taught to just be like, we're done. We're just gonna have a great time, while there's all this stuff breaking in front of you. That's just not natural, right? If people were look at you doing that, you'd be like, what's wrong with you? But you have to be able to jump above the mind and what's happening in front of you. It's working, it's magic, it's happening so that it can get you to the solution that you asked for. And as long as you maintain that mentality and you're like, I'm only time away from the solution, I'm going to get to the solution no matter what, as long as I don't give up, you're going to get there. It might take you a few days or whatever, but you just have to go through it and you'll get to it. So the last thing I want to tell y'all is that If you truly want to become a software engineer, you have to get used to a whole new way of working if you're not used to this work. You have to be able to sit down for very long hours and try a million things until you get to what you're trying to solve. Um, that it? Is there anything else? Um, I think that's it for today. I love you all so much. Know that I'm working behind the scenes. I'm always working, 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 trying to become a better engineer, a better person, trying to clear my mind from negativity, get closer and closer to being my highest self. And I'm just here to share my journey and to help y'all do the same. So if this content resonates with you, please give me a like, a share, subscribe. If you know anybody that might benefit from this content, please share my YouTube channel with them. It's life is really, really hard, right? That's what we were born to believe. Well, I'm here to tell you that it's not. It can be really easy and it can be enjoyable and you can have everything you want and experience everything you want. And it starts with you. Everything you're experiencing is because there's something inside of you that either has to learn something, see something, or overcome something. So remain calm, think about what you want, and know that it's already done and you'll get there. Love you all so much.